everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the monthly reads for the month of February 2020. If you are new to my channel, then welcome to you. The monthly reads, I normally used to meditate on all the cards, so I had them all ready, but this month I've decided to shuffle them off the bat, so to speak. But I have still done my little bit of meditative poetry, see what words came through for you, so I will read that at the end of the reading. If you are new to my channel, with my monthlies I do a general and then I sort of add a couple of little cards in just to see what the romantic element is, because obviously people want to know about the you know, their love aspects of a reading as well. And then just to tie up the reading at the end, I always pull out a little charm just to tie up the reading. So without further ado then, Aries, I'm going to start shuffling the cards for you, and let's have a look what's coming out. Now, when I was doing my pre-meditative sort of meditation, I was picking up on some Aries that have been dwelling in the past, really finding and struggling with situations, or a situation that keeps taking you back. The what ifs, if I'd have done this, if I'd have done that kind of scenario. So there were some troubles that I was picking up with past links, things that had happened in the past, events that had recently happened, and it was, as I said, what if I'd have done this, what if I'd have done that, or what if I'd have done the other. So that's what I was picking up with the general vibe. So I'm just going to start shuffling again now, and we'll get the cards out for you, Aries. I just wanted to give them a good shuffle in because of from the previous reading I've just done, to get rid of their energies. So I feel like I want to pull that one out for you, and that one. I just feel as well the energies for Aries coming into February, because we've got the Mercury retrograde coming in as well, which I do feel it's affecting all of the signs, obviously, in different aspects, but I think everybody is going to be suffering on the communication. So some of you could also have gone through a situation where you've sort of offered an olive branch to somebody and they're not accepting it, but I feel that's more in a relationship stance, but I will cover that obviously towards the end of the reading when I pull out the extra cards. That was just a general idea of the vibes I'd picked up for you, Aries, going into February. So the first card coming out for you then, we have the High Priestess with the Nine of Water, the Seven of Fire, and the Five of Earth. Now with the High Priestess, straight away when I was saying about the premeditative information that I had fed down to me, I feel as though some of you, with your headspace, is being consumed, and as I said, there's this dwelling in the past about a situation, a person, a relationship, okay, just troubling your mind at the moment. I feel some of my Aries out there have left a situation or a partnership sort of in the balance. So as I said, on the romantic side, I will cover it a little bit further in depth as I pull the extra cards out who I'm dealing with later on. But this is the kind of vibe that I'm picking up here. There's things troubling my Aries, so I'm tuning in with going into the month of February. And with the Nine of Water as well, because obviously the blue element here within the cards is emotions are running quite deep at the moment for you, Aries, okay? Now, there is some of you, as I said, dwelling in the past. If we can look at the gaze here, it's like she's daydreaming, she's thinking of some situation, some person or other, okay? And I feel like the communication is waiting to be, like you've sent out communication to this person, I feel, and it's as though you're just sitting there waiting with mixed emotions, because with the blue here in the High Priestess and the Nine of Water, it's this mixed emotions of, am I going to hear from them? I feel there's been a situation, as I said, where there's been miscommunication, wrong words said. You feel quite guilty, I feel, Aries. and you've sort of put your sorries out there on a situation, and you're waiting to hear this feedback from the person or situation. Okay, it doesn't have to be in a partnership, it can be a friendship that's broken down, or it could be a friend within a workplace situation. There's just crosswords, I feel, that's happened recently, and it has troubled you. There's something troubling you. Okay, now with the Seven of Fire here, again, this is communication. I always look at the Seven of Fire as though there's a situation, been unseated. You have been unseated, you're not happy, you're off balance, okay, and just feeling as though you're in the dark at the minute, literally feeling in the dark, as I said, on a certain aspect that's going on in your life at the minute, that you're waiting desperately for communication from. With the Five of Earth, okay, then I'm picking up here with the Five of Earth. I always look here at the coin, because obviously this is representing like in the main tarot of Pentacles, but I just feel again it's a sense of loss. There's just been a loss. Now this could be related to, let me just get the information. It's all right, I'm just getting some information come through to me. Just bear with us one sec. Okay, the message that I'm just receiving from Spirit is saying, some of you out there, and it's not going to be all of you, I feel that you have lost trust with somebody. I feel that you helped somebody out of a situation where money was given to a person who you felt as a close friend, a strong friend, okay? And you gave them this money to get them out of a hole, basically. But it's saying here, even though at the time you said to them, don't worry about it, you know, just pay me back when you can, then this person has got back on their feet, but not once paid back a single penny to you, okay? And this has got to you, really. You haven't voiced your opinion, because holding the throat chakra here, it's like you've held back your feelings, and it's like Spirit is telling me that you did it out of the goodness of your soul. Now I feel like what I'm getting here now, this is a family member, Aries. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but I feel there's a family member here who came to you and needed help financially. You gave them that money, okay, without any qualms or anything, just saying, look, here's the money, just pay me when you can, sort of thing. Now, it's gone on a while, I feel like 7 months down the line, I'm sort of thinking on this situation. They have got back on their feet, okay? And now I feel like you're struggling a little bit on the financial aspect of things, and you're thinking to yourself, I gave that money away to them, okay? You're too proud to turn around and chase that money and say, look, I could do with that money back now. Because at the end of the day, the Aries that I'm picking up with, it's as though it's principle. Like, hang on a minute, whether you're family or not family, you don't take me for granted. A lesson learned here, and I do feel I needed to bring that through, because it was a message from Spirit, really, and I feel I'm connecting with somebody whose mother is in the spirit world, and they are saying, more fool you for not opening your mouth, okay? More fool you for not saying to them now, hang on a minute, what about that money I lent you, when you were struggling? Actually, I need that money back. I need it for certain things. And I'm getting the message from Spirit to say, you need to open your mouth on this, okay? Don't let them just take it for granted that they don't have to pay this money back to you. So like I say, that's not going to resonate with everybody. That's a specific message that I'm sort of picking up here with an Aries, whether anybody can take that on board. But yeah, the general message I've got here, okay, I've obviously got that significant message that I'm targeting there for somebody who gave a family member or a very, very close friend money going back a few months ago. And you know, Spirit is saying, hang on a minute, you've got a voice in you, you've got a voice there. You need to say to him, come on, I could do with some of that money back now. You've found your feet, okay? Then on the other side of the coin, I've got this these Aries where there's a situation I feel, but I feel it's more romantic. So I'm going to have a look at that a little bit more and extend on that now for you. But before I do that, I'm just going to shuffle the overall card here for February for Aries of what the energy is, my lovelies. Let's have a look what we've got. The here and now. We have the here and now, okay? Now then, if you can remember at the start of this message on the general, I said that there are some Aries here who are dwelling in the past, okay? There's something pulling you back, a troubled situation, a relationship where you've sort of either left it as an open thing and it's troubling you. I feel that, you know, you've said your sorries and you're desperately waiting to hit, you know, to think, you know, will this person get in contact with me again? Or, and it's just this being pulled back to a past thought of a past situation. And the reason why then the here and now has come out, because if we look at this card, guys, okay, it's got a sign here for the past, a sign for the future, and it's saying you've got to stop this. You've got to stop this mind process, okay, and you've got to concentrate on the here and now, okay. Got to concentrate on the here and now. That's why that card's come out for you, because I just feel the energy. It's really churning some of my Aries up. This situation, whatever it is. It's though I feel like somebody is anchoring, literally anchoring to here of a person that they were involved in. So now I'm going to dive into my animal spirit cards, okay? Now, obviously, guys, I forgot to say at the start, the cards I'm using, I will drop in the description box below, but these are the animal spirit. The Wild Unknown, I love these cards because they just give an added element on the key players of a situation, and especially in the relationship side. So let's have a look what we've got going on. I just want 2 cards, please, for Aries. Let's have a look what comes out for you. Right, I've got 3, and I'm sticking with the 3 because I just go with what wants to come out, to be fair. So let's have a look what's going on here. Okay, we have the Swan, which is the alchemical sign of water. We have the Rabbit, which is the alchemical sign of earth. And we have the Deer, which is also the alchemical sign of earth. Okay, now then, I'm just going to feed these in onto the general collective read before I start on the romantic side of things. So with the Swan, and I'm going to take you, Aries, as this card, because you are showing to everybody a face at the minute. You're hiding a lot, Aries, okay? You're hiding a lot. You're hiding a lot of your true feelings and emotions. Underneath, like the Swan, they can't see it's causing you, you know, like it's at paddling frantically underneath the water to try and keep your head above water. And having the Swan with the water element, again, it's tying in with the emotions here. It's tying in with the emotions because there's a vulnerable situation here. There's a vulnerable situation, a vulnerable aspect. And I feel the Deer is the person or the situation on the general that you've been dealing with. That's why you don't want to, it's like you're sort of treading on eggshells, I want to say. The person that I feel, okay, and obviously on the romantic side of things, not to lose you all, I feel that there's somebody else involved, okay, and that's why it's consuming your headspace. I'm picking up here, I'm touching on the romantic now, not to confuse you all, but I'm touching on the romantic here now. This is you, okay, and you have sort of got to contain yourself, because the person that you are desperately waiting to hear from, it's complicated. It's a complicated situation here on a relationship. With the rabbit spirit coming through, it's as though they, I just want to get this message across correctly. I just don't want to confuse you. This person, okay, who I feel that you've left in the past with this past relationship, has got themselves involved with somebody else at the moment, okay? So they feel like they're caught like a rabbit in the headlight, okay? Because this person obviously knows that they have come out of a relationship from you, but even so, obviously the deer is quite a mixed up soul at the minute, because they've still got feelings for you, okay, and vice versa. But having this third element, that's why the 3 cards had to come out, guys, to be fair, when I look at this now on the relationship side. It's just saying here, this person, you know, has got involved with another party. You've still got feelings, they've still got feelings, okay? This person has found out that you have contacted him or her, okay? You have contacted him or her in the relationship, so they are standing guard now, okay? So that's why this person is reluctant to contact you. So that makes sense now. It's coming to me now. It's like a jigsaw puzzle when I do these, guys. So, not to lose you all then, I'm going to touch on the romantic, okay? Aries, your headspace is consumed from this past relationship, okay? You are literally hoping to hear from the person that you were involved in, okay? You feel like you can't go forward until you've got some, until you've had some communication, because it's like you're waiting for the communication to come in. And then it's saying, don't dwell on what's gone on in the past with this relationship. You have got to concentrate on the here and now, because the here and now, the actual crux of it all is that this person, you know, might not want to get in contact with you, okay, as much as you are anchoring after them because of this third element. They are feeling quite in a dark place at the minute, with the 4 dark corners on this deer card, okay? And with the rabbit as well, it's as though that relationship, it's like they skipped from you, and you've sort of, it's been 2 or 3 months since you split up, and obviously this other party came into the mix. But it's as though they're stuck in a situation now because of the rabbit, in the metaphorical sense, knows that you are still on the scene, because obviously that person, whether male or female, you know, has probably dropped your name out to this person here. So they are getting, you know, a bit reluctant. They're a bit scared now, thinking, hang on a sec, you know, are you waiting in the wings to literally come back in, okay, with the deer, whoever the deer may be, okay? So it's a hard one to explain really, but I hope I haven't lost you all. But the areas that I'm picking up with, I just feel you split up with somebody 2 or 3 months ago, you've still got feelings for them, you know they've got sort of involved with somebody else who is aware of you as well, okay? So they're on their back foot really. They're on their back foot because, and that's why that person is reluctant to contact you at the moment, okay? It's because he or she doesn't want to cause any waves with this person who they've sort of tied themselves up with. I want to say fear. I feel like whoever's representing the deer in this relationship, there's a fear factor here against this rabbit. That deer cannot make a wrong footing at the minute, because this person, whoever they're dealing with, is too on high alert. If you can see here, that rabbit is just on like high alert, thinking, hang on a minute. And it's like they are watching their phone, they are watching their emails, okay? And that's why you've been sitting there thinking, oh God, I wish I would, why aren't they replying to my messages? Why aren't they, replying to my texts? I really, really want to hear from them because, you've still got strong feelings, okay? But it's saying here, my lovelies, you've just got to sit tight. You've just got to concentrate on the here and now, okay? Because I do feel whoever the dear is will eventually communicate back to you. But at the minute, they're too scared. That's what I want to say. They're literally too scared, okay, to contact you because this person, whoever it is watching their every move. And that's why there's such vulnerability in the deer, okay? Because obviously this is a metaphorical explanation here when I use these animal cards, because these are sort of representing the people that I'm trying to explain. So you're definitely the Swan, Aries, because as I said, you're really emotionally bound why you haven't heard from this person you desperately want to get connected with, to find out what's going on. But believe me, as much as they probably want to reply to you, it's a fear factor at the minute, because I just got a controlling element from this third party, whoever they've got themselves entangled with, okay? It could have been a situation as well, guys, and this is not going to be for all of you, where you got yourself involved with a male or a female who was already in a relationship, okay? It doesn't have to say like you was with them and then your relationship broke down, then after a couple of months they met somebody new, okay, and then this new person has become very controlling, aware of you breaking up with them a couple of months ago. But it could be really that it was somebody who was already involved, even married even, okay? That's why, this partner of the person you was sort of having a relationship or an affair with or whatever is aware of what's gone on. So they're literally on guard, on the back foot, that he or she is frightened to take a move to upset this, okay? So then you're just left waiting. But it's saying, that's what the message is for on the romantic now, it's just saying you cannot dwell, you cannot keep yourself dwelling in the past, because what will be, and you've just got to concentrate on the here and now. Because if you carry on worrying over this, okay, then it is going to, it's going to eat away at you. I do feel you will hear off Mr. or Mrs. Deer, okay, but you've just got to give it time. It's been too soon, my lovelies, it's been too soon. Let them sort their relationship out first. Let that deer find out where they stand, okay? But just to be aware, it's out in the open that they know. They don't specifically know who has been involved, so you are protected in that way, okay? I don't think that person has divulged your identity, but they're on the back foot and they're keeping an eye out and they're watching that person's every move. So that's what I was picking up there on the romantic. As I said, it's not going to resonate with everybody, okay? But on the general, okay, just on the general feed, if I fed these cards in along the general, then it's saying here, I feel with the money, what I mentioned, that was being lent to a family member, where that message came from spirit to say, open up your voice, your mouth, your voice, be spoken, and go on, I need some of that money back that I gave to you, because you're in need. I just feel that you're in need of money, okay, because you've given it away in the past. You need money now. So it's saying, spirit is saying, and it's that motherly figure, I feel, who said, come on, you've got to speak and ask. And that's why the rabbit has come out in the general, because it's to make them sit up and see, okay? I feel this is the person you lent the money to, and they've got to sit up and see now that you're in a vulnerable situation, okay? And, you're struggling, like with the swan, trying to keep the head above water, and that's why you need to ask for the money back, okay? But on the general as well, as I said, there's this element where there's something troubling you from your past. Now, if it's not a relationship, there's a situation that I just feel again that you're waiting to hear communication from somebody. I just feel there's a parting of the waves. I don't feel it was a romantic, but it could be in a friendship. But again, it's just this, this emotional energy that I was feeling coming in to the month of February for my lovely Aries. So you are dealing with quite a bit, to be fair, okay? So I hope I didn't lose you all on interpreting that message with the love aspect of things, but I think I did get the message across in the end. But as I say, with my messages, guys, if I'm not sort of directly aiming at you as the Aries, it could be the cross-watcher that this message relates to. I always say, don't, force my messages to fit. If it's not for you, then it's not, the message isn't for you. I'm just the messenger, and don't shoot the messenger. So I am going to read you now my little bit of added poetry to this. And what I had was, forwards, not backwards. Stop dwelling in the past. Ask for the help that you need. Don't be too proud. Speak out loud. Let them know exactly how you want this to be. Now, I feel that's that message from Spirit I had about this money, lending this money. And now you need money. You've got to speak up and tell them, this rabbit spirit as I feel, make them sit up and, see that you want some of your money back. Okay, so that's what I felt on the messages for this month, my lovely Aries. So just to tie this up now, I'm going to pull out a charm out of here. So we've got quite a few. I'm going to turn the box away so I can't see. I'm just going to delve in, have a scooch around, and see what comes out. Oh, that's nice. This has come out a lot, considering there's only one in there. And it's the snowflake. And I always look at the snowflake as a blank canvas. It's time to wipe the slate clean. Now, the blank canvas on the general is to say, you've got to stop this dwelling in the past. You have got to move forward, okay? And with the money aspect as well, with the blank canvas there, it's to say, you need the blank canvas because, you want some of this money back now. You want this money back. They have got to wipe the slate clean with you because their slate isn't clean from owing you money. Okay, so that's why the charms come out for you to say, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have some of this money back. And on the love aspects here, it's, you have to paint a blank canvas. You can't sort of anchor on this relationship where there's two parties involved. As I said, I do feel more drawn that the Aries I'm picking up with got involved with somebody who was already in a relationship. It's saying, for the time being, please draw a blank canvas on this, because you do not know whether you'll even hear of that person, okay? Because I do feel that you had a relationship, an affair or whatever, and then that split, and there's been a couple of months now because they've had to get their relationship or whatever, or house in order. But that sort of left you in the lurch, okay? And you've still anchoring, some of you, thinking, will they come back to me? Okay, excuse me. But for now, it's just saying you've got to paint a blank canvas. Don't think any more of it. Be in the here and now, okay? And I do feel you need to close the door on that relationship at the moment, because it's too much of a red flag. It's too raw, it's too soon, and that person is being watched, okay? The phone's being watched, their emails are being watched, because there's no trust. The trust has broken down. And yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Dear are in a vulnerable situation, but that's for them to sort that out. Whether they will come back to you, that's fair enough, but at the minute it's just saying, yeah, it's consuming some of my Aries' headspace, but you've got to give them the time, because it's too much of a danger zone at the minute. So that was the kind of message that I wanted to get through to the Aries, who are, thinking, hang on a minute, what's happening here? Why have I not heard from that person? It's just to say, my lovelies, just leave it for now, because it's too much of a danger zone for them, and I don't want you to put them in any more danger than they're currently in, because they're being watched every move. Literally watched every move. And it might be, you might get a message from them saying, please don't message me, just leave it for now and I'll come back to you when I know it's safe. Okay, so my lovelies, I hope you can take something away from that message today. As I said, it's not going to resonate with all of you, but just take and leave what you will. So until next time, take care, my lovely Aries. Bye then.